What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So tonight I was on with the members. We did a quick little mock draft. So this is mock draft number 2, 2.0, Castro 2.0. I don't know. I'm gonna come up with a way better title, but this is the second version of our mock draft. Like I said, it was live for members only. So if you do want to become a member, and maybe next, mock draft, you guys can be part of that one as well. Just join. The link will be down in the description. It is only $1 for the next couple months. But without further ado, I'll shut up and let's get into it. Hey, yo. First of all, you ain't gonna talk about my tight ass shirt. It's just a meme, all right? Yeah, we doing it now, man. We doing it now. Yes, sir. All right, so we gonna get into it, man. We gonna get into it. I won't be reading y'all comments now. We'll get people jealous that they're not members. So number 1, I think is pretty easy. I don't think that's gonna really be changing at all. Let me just make this big. Yeah, that's not gonna be changing at all. Appreciate it, Philly. And like I said, we could talk, bro. We could talk. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. We're going Trevor Lawrence at number 1. And then number 2, I still feel like Zach Wilson's their guy. A lot of people are starting to tell me that Mac Jones is flying up people's boards. Justin Fields seems to be falling on people's boards for some reason. So I'm going to go with Zach Wilson just because that's what I've been hearing from the beginning. So I don't think that it's going to be a big shift there. So we'll go with Zach Wilson there. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Again, I'm hearing Mac Jones is the guy they love. I'm also hearing Trey Lance is a guy they love. I like Justin Fields. If I was them, I would literally go with Justin Fields. I don't understand what the love affair with Zach Wilson is, but it's there, so it is what it is. But here, last time I went with Mac Jones. Okay, so in the theory of trying to switch it up here and trying to throw as many darts as possible, I'm going to go Trey Lance because I do think that that's another guy that's possible for them. Like I said, I would go, Philly 52. You said you would go Fields. I would go Fields as well. Mac Jones is the guy that I think is going to probably end up there from all the reports I'm hearing. But like I said, I'm going to try and throw another dart here. And I'm going to say maybe Trey Lance. Maybe Trey Lance is their guy. Reason why I think Trey Lance and Mac Jones are the two people that they like so much is because of their scheme. So I think Mac Jones and Trey Lance probably fit better what they do. But look, if it was me, I'm taking Justin Fields every day and twice on Sunday. So here, I want to do a trade here. Because everybody does trades in their mock drafts. And I never do trades in my mock drafts. This is 2.0. I'm going to do a trade here. So we heard that the Falcons want to move out of that number 4 spot. How far would they want to go? Who would want to go up to number 4? I want to do it with the Eagles, but I know you guys would kill me. I know you guys would roast me, so I'm not going to do it with the Eagles. All right? The next team that comes to my mind is somebody like the Cowboys. The Cowboys have been connected to that number 4 pick. Whether it's going up there for Pitts, whether it's going up there for, whoever they want at this point. I don't know who they want. He said, don't do it, Allie. I'm not going to do it for the Eagles. But I am going to do it for a top 10 team. All right. And this team, if I'm being honest, I don't know if this is going to happen. But if I was them, I'd reach out. Real talk, I'd reach out. So I'm going to have the Denver Broncos. Okay. Number 9, I'm going to have the Denver Broncos call them up. Trades with the Atlanta Falcons. Because they need a quarterback, right? They need a quarterback. Hey, I love those. I love that Philly Joe meme. I love that emoji. That's my favorite one, probably. All right, and then next. All right, now this is where it gets interesting. What do you think is fair? 5 picks. 5 picks, right? Or, yeah, 5 picks, you're moving up. So, we'll start, obviously, with the baseline. We're getting that 4. I'm sure people are gonna roast me in the comments once I drop it. So that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the Atlanta Falcons trading out of that number 4 spot for a first this year, first next year, the 2nd round pick, and a 4th round pick next year. I think that's fair. But yeah, here, obviously they have to go kicker, right? Now, here, look, you got your quarterback of the future now. And I guess it comes down to if they like Mac Jones or Justin Fields, but I can't do this. Justin Fields deserves that number 4 spot. It might, that fourth round pick next year might be a point of contention, but I think the rest is a good solid base, right? Number 4, I'm going to go again with how I think they should do this draft. I've heard that they love Jamar Chase, even heard their name kind of connected to Kyle Pitts here and there, but I think that they have to solidify that offensive line. So I think I did this on the first one. It just makes too much sense to me. I have to go Penny Sewell here. So I have them taking Penny Sewell at number 5. Now for the Dolphins, this is where it gets tricky. Personally, I would mind seeing Jamar Chase go there, obviously. I think Kyle Pitts might be a cool fit there. I know that they have Mike Gesicki. I can't believe I forgot his name for a second, But they got Mike Gesicki over there, who's a really good player. But realistically, I mean, you add somebody like Kyle Pitts, and it can get very, very interesting. But Jamar Chase, I mean, he's that number 1 guy. He's that offensive weapon that everybody wants, right? I'll go with Chase. All right, so number 7 gets interesting again. Do they need a wide receiver? Do they go Kyle Pitts? Do they go Rashawn Slater? Do they go a cornerback? They could definitely use a cornerback. You know what? Screw it, man. I feel like the first couple picks were screwy anyways. Let's just keep it going. I'm going to have them taking Kyle Pitts. Even though I think Kyle Pitts is going to drop out of the top 10. But now here, I think they would take Rashawn Slater. Mac Jones. Who?
Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones.
I feel like I think you should get Rashawn Slater. You got 2 good wide receivers. I don't really know who their tight end is right now, but I know you got 2 good wide receivers. You obviously got CMC. I'm going to go Rashawn Slater here. I think Rashawn Slater would be their best pick. I know a lot of people are pinning them to take a wide receiver, but I just don't see the necessity in that. Now, the Falcons, this will actually be pretty interesting to see what their team needs are. QB. Maybe this is where they just say, screw it, let's take Mac Jones. Because that would actually kind of make sense. You said, yeah, Mac Jones for sure. Yeah, we're going to go with Mac Jones. I think that makes sense. Shoot, they might mess around and trade back again. Who knows what they'll do? But yeah, let's go Mac Jones here. This is a Scroogey one. This is a screwy one. I like it though. Here, if this is how it fell, I think J.C. Horn would be their pick. Maybe Patrick Surtain, but from everybody I've been, hearing talk about it and talking to me about it, I'm just gonna go with gut. I'm gonna go with J.C. Horn. I think that's who they really are eyeing. If this is how the board falls. Now, number 11, I think Jalen Waddle would be a huge addition for them. I think Devontae Smith would be a huge addition to them. This would be an interesting one. Christian Darrisaw would be a huge addition for them. Linebacker is definitely a need for them. Defensive tackle, kind of a need for them right now. Cornerback, not so much. I'm thinking Waddle. Yeah, I'm thinking Waddle. Or do you go Devontae Smith? I think Devontae Smith is a little bit different from what you have. He's still a little small. He's just taller. Edge rusher. They do need an edge, but I don't think there's anybody here that they would really hop on. Like, I think your best player right now is I don't know how Aziz is like jumping over everybody. Like, Quiddy's been that guy for like a while. But anyways, I think here I'm gonna go with Devontae Smith. And the reason why I'm going to go with Devontae Smith is because he has a little bit more size than Jalen Waddle. I feel like Jalen Waddle is just, he's a slot guy. He's I hate to say it like that. He might be amazing. He might be the next Tyreek Hill. Everybody's throwing that out there. But, the size scares me. The injury history scares me a little bit. So I'm going to go with Devontae Smith here. Now we get down to the Eagles. Last time I had them taking Micah Parsons, I believe. And we might be switching it up here, y'all. We might be switching it up here. You want Waddle? Who did I take last time? Did I take Patrick Surtain last time, actually, I think? I really don't want Waddle, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I really don't. I feel like him and Jeremiah and Eric, wow, I can't remember his name now. The linebacker we just picked up, Eric Wilson. I feel like they're both kind of very similar. They're very similar. What? Let's do it, man. Y'all rocking out. Let's do it. We're gonna do Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah since I took all your other players. Now the Chargers. The Chargers, I think Christian Darrisaw. I think the Chargers are just waiting to see what offensive lineman falls to them. Even if it's like Elijah Vera Tucker, I think they wouldn't be mad at getting. Sammy Cosme might not be the worst thing that happens to them. Where's Tevin Jenkins might not be the worst thing that happened to them. Maybe not at that position, but I think they're open to a lot of guys. But I think if Christian Darrisaw is there, you pull that trigger. So I'm going to go with Christian Darrisaw for that. Now for the Vikings. The Vikings just lost a linebacker that was very, very productive for them. So I think the Vikings, if they fell into this position where they can take, they have good cornerbacks. They have good wide receivers, as we all know. They could get better at edge. They could definitely get better on the interior D-line. Running back, I think they're all right. Everybody needs an offensive lineman at some point. I think the only thing that makes a lot of sense here would be Micah Parsons, and I'd hate to see him in Minnesota. Remember, productive doesn't mean good. No, I feel you. What I'm saying is that they're probably going to try and replace, that linebacker. So I feel like getting a Micah Parsons at this pick would be good for them. Now, for the Patriots, honestly, I feel like they suck, to be honest. So I feel like they can do anything. I feel like Jalen Waddle would probably fit what they want to do with Cam Newton right now. Just like they probably going to want to keep it short throws, quick throws. So, I think Jalen Waddle will fit there perfectly. Patrick Surtain's the type of guy that could probably, step right in there and give them some play time if JC Jackson, I can't say his name for some reason today. JC Jackson isn't there. I could see Patrick Surtain being a guy that, maybe not in the slot, for the rest of his career, but, he can at least do it for a year if need be. But here, I think I'm going to go with Jalen Waddle, best player available, and it's just something they need. Now, for Arizona Cardinals, they also are going to be losing a couple. Go check Kyle Trask out of desperation. I really think the Patriots are probably going to try and trade up, or they're going to probably trade out of the first round. I feel like they're allergic to first round picks. Arizona Cardinals is a very interesting one to me. Mr. Philly says get Bateman for the Cardinals. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. I'm trying to think who they even have on their O-line. Who's their? Oh, they did lose Patrick Peterson. Maybe cornerback is what they need. No way Surtain falls this far. Yeah, no, that's a fact. Maybe. You never know, right? You never know. All right. Yeah, I think Patrick Surtain just makes sense here. We're going to go with Patrick Surtain. Patty, yes. That's a terrible nickname. Now, the Raiders, I think that if they can get themselves a top-tier edge rusher, I think they'll be in the market for that. I feel like they took that guy in the fourth with the fourth pick, and he was kind of trash. How far down do they have? Damn, they got Caleb Farley pretty far down. Now, honestly, I want to go edge rusher for them because I feel like that's really what they need. Now, my question is if I'm going with Ojulari, I did it, or I'm going with Kwity Paye. I personally like Kwity Paye more, but Ojulari apparently is like that guy now. But I think I'm going to go with Kwity Paye here. I'm just going to go with my own scouting on it. And then we're back to the Dolphins. Yay, Dolphins get to come back and make another great pick. I think if Elijah Vera Tucker fell to them, see, here I'm between Elijah Vera Tucker and Najee Harris because they don't have any running backs. They got that kid Myles Gaskins who's all right, but they can probably get a running back later in the draft. I don't think they can get an offensive lineman later in the draft. I think we're going to go Elijah Vera Tucker. And then for Washington, Washington would be a very interesting spot to see Rashad Bateman go. Real talk. I think that I probably wouldn't like watching it, But it would be an interesting spot for him to go to. Azeez, they love their defensive line, so he's definitely a guy that can go there. Maybe they get a linebacker. What do they say their needs are? I know what quarterback's one of their needs. Yeah, they're saying linebackers their next need. This might be a weird pick, but I think Rashad Bateman with Scary Terry might be exactly what that offense is looking for. Now the Bears. Bears need everything in the world. What do they say they need? Can they just put all? QB, corner, yeah, basically all. I do know they need a cornerback. They lost a couple cornerbacks. So I'm going to go against the board on this. I don't know why they have Greg Newsome so much higher than Caleb Farley. But I'm going to go Caleb Farley. I don't know. Sue me. Now for the Colts. Look, I know they need an edge rusher. We're going to go with the best one on the board. I think that's what they would do. So we'll go with Azeez Ojulari. I'm going to start liking to say his name. Now, this I can see. Greg Newsome to the Titans, I think, would be a nice fit. Christian Barrymore, I think, would be a good fit for them. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Greg Newsome. He was the first name that came to my head, to be honest. And then for the Jets, I have no idea. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go with Sam Cosmi. Might be a little bit of a reach, but I think that's what they would need. That's where they would want to go. Now Steelers, I think this is where you're gonna see a running back come off the board. Hard to see the needs on my phone. My bad. I'll start reading it out. This I think is where you're gonna start seeing a actual running back go off. So for the Steelers, the team needs are offensive center, tight end, running back, cornerback, and edge rusher. Maybe I take that back. I didn't realize they needed to say. What happened to Pouncey? Pouncey retired? I must have forgot. If they need a center, you got Creed right there, man. He's probably the best one because I don't think there's another really good one for a while, or even decent. Yeah, you're looking at Landon Dickerson, who's like a third-round prospect. If that's your need, it says center's a big need for them. So I'm going to go with the center. I'm going to go with Creed Humphrey. And now we're back to the Jaguars. Let's see what the Jaguars are all about. Let's see what their team needs are. Look, if they need a defensive tackle, I think this is the perfect marriage. Yeah, best tight end is a reach. I love Pat Freiermuth. Don't get me wrong. Let's see where he's. Yeah, he's like a second-round prospect, so shout out to him. But, yeah, I'm not. I think he's going to be a dog, though. I think I'm going to go with Christian Barrymore here. I don't know why I did that. And then the Cleveland Browns. Let's see their team needs. The Cleveland Browns need a new team. Okay. They need edge, linebacker, wide receiver, defensive tackle. I think we're going to go linebacker here. I think they would be happy to get somebody like Zaven Collins personally. Idiot. But yeah, I'm going to go with Zaven Collins here for them. And then the Ravens. And we're finishing up our first round mock draft with all the content creators. The last 12 picks, we're just kind of putting all together and doing one big video. So that'll be out very soon. Got some really cool content creators coming on it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Pause. But where are we at? Now the Ravens. They need edge. They need wide receiver. They need offensive tackle and safety. Wide receiver, you think? They do need a wide receiver. Nobody wants to play football with them. Maybe this is where you get Terrence Marshall. Kadarius Toney would be interesting with them. Rondell Moore would be interesting for them. I know that would be like a reach at number 27, but that would be interesting. Yeah, we'll go wide receiver. That is true. I'm glad I asked that. So we'll go wide receiver. I think T. Marshall is probably that's a smart pick. Now that y'all say that, that is smart. Now the Saints. They need a wide receiver too. Linebacker, cornerback, defensive tackle, and safety and wide receiver. I think Trayvon Morwig would be a good pick here. I could see him fitting out there. Maybe you go get yourself another running back because you don't really have a quarterback, so maybe that's what you do. Maybe you get yourself some O-line. Who's left as far as wide receivers? Somebody like Kadarius Toney and Rondale Moore would be interesting in this offense, but we'll see. I'm not going to go there. I think I'm going to pick Trayvon. I think Trayvon would just fit this team, to be honest. And they need a safety. So I'm going to go with Trayvon. Now, this is where I saw a couple people put in that they're going to get a running back. Hey, if they do, let us get Aaron Jones. So their top needs are cornerback, offensive tackle, wide receiver, linebacker, and defensive tackle. I just really like Tevin Jenkins. I think I'm going to go with Tevin Jenkins. They need an edge. Let's get you Jason Owa, bro. And then the last two picks. So we got the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, who are they going to take? I think probably O-line. Who do they say they need? Yeah, O-line, offensive tackle, offensive center, linebacker, and wide receiver. I think O-line, right? Alex Leatherwood's the best one available to them, at least. Let's see who we got here. Game over. Andy would buy many Hawaiian shirts if he got Tony. So, all right, then we're going to go with their edge. We're going to go with the best edge, and I think it's Greg Rousseau. I don't know who this Joseph Side kid is. I'm sorry, man. Hey, man. Sorry. If you the next GOAT and I keep passing over you, my bad, dog. But, yeah, we're going to go with Gregory Rousseau and end that up. Oh. The hell is that? How do I see the full thing? Oh, there we go. Full results. Going off first, we got Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields with a trade that we did from the Broncos moving up and getting that number 4 spot from the Falcons. So then number 5, we got Penny Sewell. We got Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts, Rashawn Slater, Mac Jones, J.C. Horn, Devontae Smith, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah for the Philadelphia Eagles, Christian Darrisaw, Micah Parsons, Jalen Waddle, Patrick Surtain II, Kwity Paye, Elijah Vera Tucker, Rashad Bateman, Caleb Farley, Azeez Ojulari, Greg Newsome II, Samuel Cosme, Creed Humphrey, Christian Barrymore, Zaven Collins, Terrence Marshall Jr., Trayvon Morwig, Tevin Jenkins, Jason Owa, Alex Leatherwood, and Gregory Rousseau. So that is my mock draft 2.0. 2.0.
Everywhere. This is for you.
Yeah. Flying was flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird game nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling with Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randall. Season here, early time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco. Thanks for tuning in.